Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to today's webinar on data management best practices for Atlassian Tools. I'm delighted to see many of you right here joining us today for what promises to be an insightful session focused on maximizing the value of your Atlassian data. So before we dive into our fantastic lineup, which are already ready next to me, let me briefly address a fundamental question. What is data management? Data management in the Atlassian ecosystem encompasses the systematic organization, storage, security, and governance of your organization's information assets. This requires managing properly the security, the enterprise information, and following that train of thought, three worldwide companies bring a common solution for data management, offering professionals a system administrators actionable insights to elevate their practices by doing this and following these presentations and these use cases. Now, let me introduce our outstanding speakers and their presentations. First up, we have JK, who will share valuable insights about user group data management through the open source consulting company. So hello, JK. Then after JK, we're honored to have Christina from Git Protect by Shopero with her presentation, Securing the Foundation, Data Security in Modern Data Management. And the third presenter is Claudia from DayserApps with her presentation, Building Bridges, Harnessing Jira Metadata Exports for Data Governance Success. After these presentations, we'll open the floor for a Q&A session. So don't hesitate to enter your questions and we will answer them live after the presentation. This will bring you an opportunity to engage directly with the experts, and get the answers to your specific data management challenges. Each presentation will run approximately for 15 minutes, giving us plenty of time to explore these topics while keeping the session focused and engaging. So without further ado, let me hand over to our first speaker, JK, to discuss the user and group data management. JK, the floor is all yours.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay. It is a pleasure to meet you today. I'm excited to begin my presentation on effective user and group data management. Okay. Before diving into the details, allow me to introduce myself. My name is J.K. Park, and I'm working in the sales division at Open Source Consulting. Open Source Consulting is an Atlassian Platinum partner and a marketplace partner. We provide consulting services based on our technical expertise. Open Source Consulting is the first Atlassian partner in Korea to earn the cloud specialization. And we are honored as the Atlassian Partner of the Year twice for our outstanding contribution and achievement. And we are sponsoring the Atlassian community in Seoul. We are also transforming this experience into apps designed to boost productivity for Atlassian users and administrators. Today, my presentation is organized around the three main topics. First, key challenges. I'll explore the common issues that arise when managing large volume of user and group data. Second, why effective management is crucial. I will discuss the importance of maintaining accurate user and group data and the benefit that come from doing so. Third, solutions for simplifying administration. I will introduce the various methods and tools that can make the administration of user and group data easier and more efficient. Let's now delve into each of these topics. Let me begin with an example scenario. Imagine you are working as the Atlassian administrator at a company that is currently handling an SI project. For a new project, the company decides to bring in external contractors, and you receive the request to invite external accounts to both Jira and Confluence. However, you encounter several challenges. Unfortunately, Atlassian does not allow you to invite many users at once. What this means is that you must manually copy and paste each email address from an Excel file to send out invitations. This process is not only boring, but also prone to errors. And just when you think you are done, you hit a roadblock. The licenses are maxed out and you cannot add any more users. So you have to go through the list in directory, find accounts of people who have left the company or aren't using the products, and free up some licenses. And to properly assign the permissions for the new project, you also need to set up a cross-matrix group that includes both internal staff and external contractors. To move a group, you need to create a new group, extract the list user, and manually add each account to the group. In this scenario, it's clear that as an administrator, you face multiple issues in managing user and group data effective. Now, let's discuss why managing user and group data is so important and what benefit it brings. Security. Atlassian products control access by assigning user to groups that has specific license permissions. Moreover, precise permission within products like Jira and Confluence are also governed by this group. If your data is not accurately managed, this is a risk that former employees or unauthorized external user might gain access to sensitive information. Optimizing costs. For any organization, return on investment, ROI, is a critical factor. And one way to support ROI through cost optimization. Since the cost of Atlassian license increased with the number of users, reducing unnecessary user account directly helps to minimize those expenses. This makes efficient license management a priority for decision makers. Operational efficiency. Effective management of user and group data greatly reduced the administrative burden. By automating repetitive tasks, administrator can save value time and focus on more critical work. Okay, let's now explore some practical solutions that can help simplify the management of user and group data. Atlassian Cloud provides a built-in directory feature that allows you to add, delete, and modify user and group data directly within the admin page. Through this directory, you can also assign product licensing.
Will cover the data security in modern data management. So we will cover this topic from the secure point of view. So I am from Xopera. Xopera is a company which is on the market for more than 15 years. And today we will be mostly talking about our product, which is Git Protect. And Git Protect was released around 2 years ago. And in those 2 years, we have protected more than 1 million of repos and organizations. And of course, we have clients all over the world in 60 countries of the world. And by the way, today, my colleague Marcin is here with me. So in case you have any questions, you can type them in chat and he will be able to answer them during my presentation or after all of the presentations. So just to visualize everything I have said about our company, when we talk about Xopero as a company, we are backing up a lot of endpoints, virtual machines, databases. But when we talk about Git Protect as a product of Xopero, we talk about the backup of DevOps platforms. Backup and data recovery of DevOps platforms like GitHub, GitLab, Azure DevOps, Jira, and Bitbucket. And Confluence is coming. But today we are in Atlassian event, so we will be talking mostly about Jira. Few more words about us. We have a lot of customers all over the world, from Fortune 500 companies as well. But our customers are those who really care about their data and about the security of their data. So why is it important to back up your data, and why overall the data protection in Atlassian Cloud is a hot topic today? Because we know that Atlassian is moving from DC to cloud versions, and when the data is stored in cloud, this is actually the responsibility of the company, not of the service provider. And in some way, Atlassian saves your data, but it's not in the way you can easily restore it. And if your data is protected, it means that your business is protected overall, and you will have to spend your time in the most effective way, like not to spend your time for any issues like data loss and stuff like that. The second reason why this is a hot topic, because of the shared responsibility model, which is offered by Atlassian, and not only by Atlassian, by a lot of SaaS platforms. So what is it about? Simply, we share the responsibility. So on the one hand, Atlassian is responsible for your system, for hosting, for application, but you as a customer, you are responsible for marketplace apps, for users, for policy and compliance, and of course, for your data. And as far as I know from the partners, customers usually they don't know about that. Like they think that if you are with Atlassian, you are all protected and you will be able to restore your data easily. It's not like that, because this is just a screenshot from the Atlassian shared responsibility model, and it's written very clearly that your role is to create the backups of your data. Just to summarize the shared responsibility model, Atlassian is saying that we are on the same team, we are working hard, we have a lot of developers who are trying to secure your data, but we need your help in order to make this secure in the most effective way. And the Atlassian approach to the resilience is the following. So they can provide you with a backup, but this backup, they are not used to revert the customer initiate destructive changes. And under those changes, we mean something like overwriting something, deleting something, like issues, projects, and sites. So in order to avoid that, Atlassian recommends you to take the regular backup of your data. The third reason why is it important to back up your data right now, it's because of compliance and different rules. For example, DORA, which is Digital Operation Resilience Act, it entered into force a month ago in Europe. And according to that, all of the financial institutions in Europe, like financial entities, banks, investment firms, insurance companies, they are like obliged to back up their data. And it's like a rule, it's mandatory for them. So now the question is, do we really need to back up our Jira? And I think that
Okay, so just to continue with the webinar on how to transform enterprise data management, let's talk about Exporter. Exporter is going to be the solution I'm going to introduce for you now, just for you to know a little bit more about who we are. We are Dayzer. We've been in the ecosystem for over 10 years, and we're both Platinum Solution Partner and Platinum Marketplace Partner. And I believe then when we're talking about data, your Jira information, your Jira data, you want to be working with experts and with people who are to be trusted, because they've been running in the ecosystem for many years and with approved with one of those badges that Atlassian gives to their trusted partners. So as I said, we're both Platinum Solution Partner and Marketplace Partner. And we have 3 different solutions in the marketplace. One is Exporter, that I'm going to go through a little bit later. Also, we have Budgety if you need to track your budgets and costs in Jira, and Project Track for project management. If you need a tool that allows you to track your projects in Jira. So as we were talking about how to harness your Jira metadata exports for data governance success, this is very important for data quality management to ensure that data is as its best and at its highest quality. Also, data integration and interoperability to reduce silos, and auditability and transparency that allow for audit purposes. So this is why Exporter is the best tool that you're going to be using, and the benefits of it is an improved decision make. It's to get better decisions with the best data that you have been able to harness from Jira. It also complies with regulatory processes. Also, operational efficiency and enhanced trust. And it's very important to note that Exporter is cloud fortified, which gives an extra, it's a badge that Atlassian gives to those solutions that are to be trusted with your data. So again, it's an extra layer of trust. So let me tell you a story first. We know how important it is, as we've seen before, to harness that data in the best way and with experts. But let me tell you a story about Tim, who is a Big Four auditor, and he's very happy in this picture, but he's going to be in trouble very soon because, sorry, I'm going to take this down. Jira doesn't, he needs to, his boss has requested him to build a big report for one of their top clients, and he needs to export lots of data and metadata from Jira. And he can't do that because Jira doesn't export the work items history or the export comments. It has a limit when it comes to exporting over 1,000 issues, and it doesn't export the approval status. So Tim is in a bit of trouble. Here's what he's in his Jira, and he needs to export the approved information from those work items, and he doesn't know how to do it, and that's requested information from his boss to do this audit correctly. So the solution is Exporter, because it's the solution that's going to allow him to do all of this. And so just so you know, he's in a bit of time constraint. He's in time constraint because he needs to deliver these very quickly the following morning, for example.
Perfect. Nice. That's pretty good. And is there any more questions? I believe, no, that's a thank you from D'Amica de Silva. Thank you very much, D'Amica, for your question too. So yes, now and again, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for the attendees for being here. Thank you very much for the presenters and your presentations and your availability to do this webinar, and hope to see you soon again. And again, remember about the promotions that Claudia mentioned. Remember about the solutions that Cristina and JK presented too, and also Claudia. And again, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact us throughout our social media. We have emails. You will be sent an email in order to remind you that if you have any questions, we're here to answer. And again, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.